Hey everybody. I want to talk to you about why I do the things I do, even though I'm disabled. Um, I know it's confusing. People think you're supposed to just sit around, do nothing, and if your back's messed up, you're only supposed to do baby step things. But see, here's the thing. I had a doctor and a chiropractor too, who taught me that exercise is the best medicine for injury when you're able to, not pushing past safe limits. Because the muscles stay strong around the injury so that the injury is supported. When the muscles deteriorate from inactivity, then the injury is no longer supported and it's more, impacted by your daily life. Um, I've got 5 herniated discs. It's like 3 in my back and 2 in my neck, or maybe it's the other way around. I can't remember. And that was, many years ago, so I may have more now with all the hard work I've done and stuff. But see, the reason I do all that is because I'm scared. There's so many people with injuries like mine and with conditions like what's wrong with my brain and have had strokes who can't do anything. Or they think they can't, at least, whatever. And I don't want that to be me. I cannot be content with just sitting, doing nothing. It's it doesn't make sense to me why a person, unless they're literally paralyzed, would just want to sit around. If you're depressed, I get that, but there's a way to get out of depression. The meds help, but you still have to learn how to think differently, or you'll always think depressing thoughts. I don't know. I do the work I do because I'm afraid if I stop, I'll no longer be able to do it. My muscles will deteriorate, my issues will get worse, and I'll end up like most of the people I know that have my exact injuries who are in wheelchairs and can do nothing. Not wheelchairs, actual, like motorized scooters with back support, neck support, the whole 9 yards. I don't want that to be me. I don't want to be lying in a bed, unable to do anything. I'm already in bad enough shape. I have to sit around too long as it is. You can ask my wife. I'm very restless when I'm injured. The more pain I'm in, the more I want to get up and moving around, which actually often helps because I guess the exercise, like I said, strengthens the muscles around the injury. But yeah, I do all this because I don't ever want to not be able to do all this. If I stop, I don't think I'll be able to anymore, and I won't be able to enjoy life. My love is gardening, yard work, uh, trees. I trimmed a palm tree today, and it's one that's been bugging the hell out of me. It's a neighbor's royal palm. That's the bottom 2/3 of it were yellow and badly needing to be removed. It was driving me insane. I'm a little OCD about landscaping. He finally hired me to do it. Now, granted, he didn't pay me anything like a professional would, and I never asked anybody for an exact price. And I'm treated very fairly because I'm honest. I tell them I'll do the best job I can. I am not a professional. So I've been doing this for however long, and there's my experience. And this palm tree turned out really sweet. But I've been doing, that kind of work for a long time in my life. And just, physically I can't anymore. Um, but, that took, I don't know, 25 minutes of my life to trim that thing real quick with a pair of clippers. It was not a tall palm tree. I could reach everything from the ground. But it also feels good. That's part of the reason a lot of disabled people are depressed is because they don't do anything. There's nothing to make them feel like they've contributed in any way, and that's part of the biggest problem of disability is not being able to contribute even to your own life. And That kills the spirit. It's very frustrating. Very well, for a man, it's you feel impotent kind of after a while. I mean, like me, 21 years of having to depend on the government or others financially. I mean, there was like two times in that 21 years I tried to return to work. Neither worked out. 6 months on one, 8 months on the other. And it's very emasculating. That's the word. For a man, it's very emasculating to not be able to do things, to not be able to bring home a paycheck, to not be able to hang out with his buddies because he just can't afford it. You know, um, I don't want any of that to be me either. I don't know. I've downsized friends left and right, but my friends are plants, trees, grass, leveling grass. As I live in Florida, you can mow grass year round, so it's a wonderful thing. Used to have a beautiful lawn where we moved from. St. Augustine grass looked like a carpet, and I miss that. Here it's like dirt and weeds because we're on a 20-foot sand hill basically. We're 20 foot above sea level and it's all sand. And no real grass grows, just weeds. But it makes me feel productive to work with plants, to work with planting things, tending things, weeding, raking, mowing. It's honest work, and I feel like I'm kind of with God when I do that kind of stuff. Like maybe like I imagine I'm tending the Garden of Eden. I'm trying to keep it beautiful, and so I mean I get a lot out of the work I do. It helps me mentally. It helps me with my faith, with my perseverance, and yeah, it puts a few bucks in our pockets, so that's a good thing. I mean, there's no way I can make a living out of $10, $30 here and there, especially when that's about all I can do one in a day sometimes. And most of the time, actually. I think the most money I've made in one day was probably today. I made $50, but I do the work because I'm afraid if I stop, I won't want to live anymore because I will stop being able to do things. If you can't understand that, just look at somebody whose spirit has died. Look at the dead in their eyes, the lack of emotion, the lack of life, the lack of response. I don't want that to be me, ever. Peace.